when I came to Australia was a very interesting thing that not many people can experience. As an immigrant, I think, especially those of us who come from a different culture or different language, have this huge advantage of experiencing this in one lifespan, of experiencing two types of lives. And for me, it was amazing because I came as an adult and I started with basically nothing in terms of connection. And I observed everything that happened to me and how everything came about. One of the problems is that we forget that we are part of a bigger thing, in this context, in the society. So we put all the focus in ourselves. So we have this question of, how can I get what I want? And that totally distracts us from getting what we want, very, very ironically and interestingly. If I come out of the house constantly thinking about how can I get my job, right? You won't see any opportunity. The thing is, you can't use any technique to know and learn about what is there for you. The only thing that we can do is to be who we are and work on that and trying to be helpful. Automatically, in a healthy environment, very naturally we'll get to where we belong. When I talk to a lot of people who want to start working as well, people who have just arrived here and they want to find a job, and there are people who've been here, sometimes local, for a long time. They're trying to change their career. And I'm observing the mindset that stops people from kind of getting where they want to get. One of those problems is we tend to think too much about what others think, and we're trying to make ourselves something that works for the others so that we can get what we want. We normally forget that we see ourselves as someone who needs to be helped, and we forget that there's a lot out there that needs our help. If we constantly think about or see ourselves as someone who needs help, automatically it becomes more difficult for us to get there. The technique that I use is I catch the questions that I have, right? And I analyze that question. And this is what I do with people as well when we talk. Exactly, when something happens and we face a problem or we face something that is not pleasant, there are two ways we can do. We can start nagging and complaining, or we can think about it and use it for our own self-growth and to see if there's something that we can improve. When you bring your expectations from others to the lowest as possible and from yourself to the highest, all of a sudden there's nothing left to complain, and the only thing that you face is things that you enjoy. The other thing that I remember, very important takeaway, was to be present. I did not look for jobs. All I did, I just came to the city and I was present. I wanted to see what's out there, what's the thing to do, what can I enjoy or contribute to. What is out there that I can actually do something? What can I do? What can I be part of? And it's amazing when you change your perspective, you see all sort of new things all of a sudden. A final takeaway, controlling the information that we receive. That's about our context, the friends we have, things that we read. One of the things that I naturally did when I came here, I created a new Gmail and I created a LinkedIn account. And so I had the context in which everything was new. So I wasn't receiving any information about in other language, which is my own home country, or about information that's not really serving me anymore. It allowed me to be present. And also when you see you're around people that they're not empowering you, you don't have to be. So if I find myself really struggling and getting frustrated, stopping anything that's frustrating me and finding other things. And very easily you would find something, and this is the other good thing about it, self-reinforcement. The more you get away from situations that frustrates you, naturally, the more you're away from those kind of information or way of thinking, whether it's by the people or the context. And it might be a bit of a lonely time, but then automatically, because you've opened up a space, you would start attracting other people. You get attracted to new type of thinking or being that works for you or the way you've decided. And then from that part, it's just free fall in a good way.